In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make a sales funnel website. In fact, we're going to go over making 3 different types of funnels in this video. Here's one of them right here. It's your typical 2-step checkout. This is a fantastic funnel to collect the buyer's information before you make any additional offers like a one-click upsell offer. Now, here's another one that we're going to make in this video, and I'm going to actually show you the power of this right now. We're going to make this very funnel. So the first step of this funnel, you can see right here, is a sales page. Now, when the buyer clicks on Get the ebook, it will take them to this checkout page. Now, I've already gone ahead and filled out this checkout page. Now, when your buyer scrolls down, you're going to see that they get presented with an option to have a one-click upsell. In fact, I show you how to reposition this one-click upsell wherever you pretty much want it on the page. So all your buyer has to do is click on this checkbox, and guess what? Now they're buying this ebook and this audiobook, and both are going to be added to their order. So now let me show you what happens when your buyer checks out. I'm going to go ahead and fill out this billing information right here, and then your buyer will click on place order. Now, normally, when you buy something, they just take you straight to a thank you page, but not with a sales funnel, which I'm going to show you how to make in this video. Instead, your buyer is taken to an additional offer. So they just bought an ebook and an audiobook because they really want to get results quick. Now we're going to make them the offer to join this membership group in order to help them get their results quicker. And it's going to be $199 to join. So there's 2 options your buyer gets: 1, to add it to the order, or 2, to skip it and say no thank you. So what I'm going to do right now is click on no thanks, and instead of going to the thank you page, we're going to give them an additional offer, and it's less expensive. This time we're going to offer them a training course, and it's only going to be $99. So I'm going to go ahead. This sounds good to me. It's going to help me get results a lot quicker. I'm going to go ahead and click this button that says add to my order. One click, and it's going to automatically add that to the order. And then we have one final upsell that we're going to offer right here. And that is to join the mastermind group, which is the ultimate access to you. It's going to be $500. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on add this to my order. Another one click, and it's automatically added to the order. And then your buyer will end up right here on the thank you page where you give them the next steps for them to take. And here is what the buyer purchased. So without using a funnel, all that they would have purchased was this $50 ebook. But because we're using a funnel, we were able to offer them an audiobook for $20. We were then able to offer them a membership, which we decided not to get. But then the next offer was an online course. And so that was $99. And then the mastermind for $500 for a total of $670. Without a sales funnel, the most you could have made is $50. There's a huge difference between $50 and $670. That's massive difference. And I'm going to show you how to do this in this video. Now you might be thinking that looks like it's going to be very hard to do, but I'm here to show you it's not going to be hard at all. We're going to use a sales funnel builder, and here's those steps that we just went through: a landing page, checkout page, an upsell, a downsell, an upsell, and a thank you page. And it's super easy to work with this interface. If I wanted to rearrange some of these offers, I could just drag and drop it like that. And then if I wanted to change it back, we could go like that. Now you might be thinking, but those page designs, those look really hard, something I might not be able to do. Well, the good news is we're going to be using one of the most easy to use page building tools in order to create it. So for example, right here, if I didn't like this word, I can just highlight it, delete it, and type what I prefer there. Everything's going to be point and click easy like that. If I want to change a color, point and click easy. If I want to change an image, point and click easy to replace. I'm going to hold your hand through the entire process in this video. We're making 3 funnels, a lead gen funnel, 2 different sales funnels. We're going to be doing this right now. I want to encourage you though to hit the subscribe button, click on that notification bell. if you want really useful videos like this delivered to you. Okay, that's enough chitter chatter. Let's just get started. So let's take a look at everything we're going to cover in this tutorial. So first, we're going to order a domain name. This is your website address and a web hosting account. Every website that's hosted on the internet has a web hosting account. We're going to just do that in this video. Then we're going to install WordPress and we're going to get it all set up for you. Then we're going to add a WordPress theme and some plugins. It's really as simple as this 3-step process to get everything done in this video. Now, in order to keep this video a reasonable length, there's going to be other accompanying tutorial blocks that you can add on to this video to build the funnel website that you want. Now, I'll add a link to each of these videos in the video description box down below, or just make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you'll see notifications for it. So the first block that will be available is how to add drop shipping to your funnel website. Drop shipping is a very interesting and effective business model where you don't store inventory for the products, you don't manufacture the products, you outsource all of that, including the delivery. You're the one selling the product. As soon as someone buys it, the order is placed with your supplier, and your supplier will ship the product directly to your customer. So there'll be a video block on drop shipping. Next is going to be a video block on print on demand. So this is another very interesting business model where there's apparel, for example, a shirt, and there's a shirt design, and you can have all of that all outsourced. So you could have the shirt designed, you can outsource the manufacturing of the design, the printing, and the delivery. So your customer buys the shirt or apparel or whatever POD product, that's the acronym POD, they buy it through your funnel, and then the order information is then placed with the supplier, and you pay them a lower fee, of course, and then they print and ship it off on demand. Very interesting business model that you can add to your funnels. Next is to add online courses or a membership. There'll be a full video block on adding a online learning management system or a membership system to your funnel website. And last, I'll have a video block on adding an affiliate program to your funnel website so that you can essentially have other people marketing and promoting what you're selling. They will get a unique link. When someone clicks on that link, the buyer goes to your website. If a purchase is made, that affiliate or that referral partner will earn a commission. So I'm going to teach you exactly how to get that set up. So let's just go ahead and get started on this tutorial. Okay, the first thing we need is hosting. So I'm going to make a web hosting recommendation, and that's going to be SiteGround, but you can use a hosting account that you might have already, or you can use one of the web hosting companies that I recommend on this page. You would visit WPCrafter.com/hosting, and this will take you right here. And some of these hosting companies, when you order it, I throw in a training bonus package, a $499 training bonus package on my website. But what we want to do is look at these WordPress managed hosting. So you have basic hosting that is not going to be what you need to power your funnel-based website. We're really going to want WordPress managed hosting. So when you click on it, it takes you right here, and these are the best managed hosting providers. So we're going to use SiteGround right here, primarily because they give this gigantic 70% discount when you click on this link, or you visit WPCrafter.com/SiteGround to go to their website. They give you a really generous discount when you click on this link. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over there. We're going to prepay for this for a year in order to take advantage of this 70% discount on our first payment. So just visit WPCrafter.com/SiteGround, or if you do visit this page, click right here where it says Visit SiteGround. Now it's going to take you right here to SiteGround's website. We're going to just click right here where it says Manage WordPress Hosting, and then we're going to see the 3 plans that they offer. So there's 3 plans: Startup, Grow Big, Grow Geek, or Go Geek, sorry. We're going to go ahead and use this Grow Big plan. Now, the reason we're going with the Grow Big versus the Startup is you can host unlimited websites. That's nice. But what I really want for that is it has something called one-click staging. So if you ever want to test something with your website, but it's live, they have this great feature. You click a button, it creates a copy of your website. You can do all the testing, and it's kind of in this private area, and you can test all that you want. And then if you were, say, making some changes, then you could push it back to your live website. I really like those features. So that's going to be found in the Grow Big and the Go Geek. The difference between these two, on the Go Geek, they give you already get fantastic support with them. They're very quick to respond to you via live chat, and you can even call them. But on the Go Geek, they give you even more priority. You're bumped to the top of the queue to their very best support agents. So you pay a little bit more, but you get better support available to you, which I think is definitely worth it. So we're going to just go ahead and use this Grow Big right here. It's going to be $5.95, but we're going to prepay for a year. Now, this is where you're going to choose your domain name. So you can either register a new domain name. It's a little easier that way. Or if you have a domain name registered somewhere else, you can choose this as an option. So you would just go ahead and enter a domain name if you already had one in mind that you know is available. Go ahead and enter that. So I've gone ahead and entered mine, and you have the option of .com or all of these different extensions. They give you the widest variety of extensions with SiteGround. So I'll go ahead and click on Proceed, and it will take me to the next step. And so this is essentially where you're just going to fill out all of your billing information to set up your account, your address, put in a credit card number, and down here there's a couple choices for you to make. So we're going to choose the period of service that we want to prepay for right now to take advantage of that discount. So there's 12, 24, and 36. I like going with the 12-month plan. So with 12 months, it's going to be $5.95 times 12. So I'm essentially going to be paying right now $71. It's not a lot of money. Now, that's for the hosting. But right here, we're also going to pay for the domain name. It's 16 bucks. There's a couple options here. There's domain privacy and a site scanning service. Domain privacy, essentially your details when you register a domain name are put in a database. If you wanted those details to be private, it's kind of like back in the day when we had phone books and you can have your phone information be unlisted and you pay a fee. It's pretty much the same exact thing. So when you add this, it's just going to add $12 per year. You see the total right there. So that's totally optional. So without domain name privacy, it's going to come to roughly about $87.35. Then you just need to check these 2 boxes and click on Pay Now. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out for me. So once you place your order, it will take you here. It might have taken you a minute or two for them to create your account for you. You will have received a few receipt emails and all of that good stuff. So then right here, click on Proceed to Customer Area, and it's going to take us right here to get our setup completed. So we're going to choose right here where it says Start a New Website. And then we're going to choose right here where it says WordPress. And then right here, we're going to set up our WordPress login. So we're going to get to choose it right now. The one bit of advice I want to give you is for your username to not choose admin or administrator. And for your password, don't choose an obvious password such as password. This is the security of your sales funnel website. It's this login. So you're not going to want to choose something that someone can easily guess in order to get into your website. So go ahead and fill that out now and then click on the confirm button. Now, after you click on the confirm button, it's going to take you to this screen right here. and you're going to want to remember your login and password. Okay, and the last thing we need to do is click on confirm here. This is giving us one last option to buy this SG site scanner, and we're going to skip on that. So I'm going to click on confirm. Then you need to click on this checkbox here that says I confirm, read and agree the SiteGround terms of service. Click on complete setup, and you pretty much are done, and your website is as your domain name's ordered, your hosting account is being set up, and WordPress is being installed for you right now. And that's it. It was that easy. So now we're going to click right here where it says proceed to customer area. And this is the customer area for your web hosting account. Whenever you want to come here to log in, this is what you're going to see. So I'm going to go ahead and click on My Accounts right here, and you'll see a list of your websites. Remember, we can host more than one website. You'll see all of your websites and WordPress installations right here. Now, before I like to go any further, I like to add what's called an SSL security certificate. So you see right here, it says HTTP. Well, it's missing an S. We need to get that there, a security certificate installed. So I want to do that now. I'm going to click right here where it says go to cPanel. And then right here, I'm going to click on proceed, and it's going to take us into the control panel of your web hosting account. This is where you can set up email addresses and do all sorts of administrative tasks. This is separate from WordPress, and you probably aren't going to go in here much, but I like to go in here before I do anything when I set up a new website in WordPress is to install a security certificate. And the nice thing is it's going to be completely free with SiteGround. So I'm going to scroll all the way down into the section that says security. So if I scroll down, here's security right here, and it says let's encrypt. So I'm going to go ahead and click on let's encrypt, and I'm going to choose my domain from this list, and I only have the one on my account. And then I'm going to click on install. And so what this is doing is it's installing this SSL certificate. And that's pretty much all that we needed to do there. So now I'm going to go back and click on my accounts to get back to that area where we can log into our website. And so when I click on this green option here, it's going to open in a new tab and allow me to log in to this website for the first time. So go ahead and do that now. Okay, so here we are. It's that quick, and we're at the WordPress login. So this is going to be that username and login that we created just a moment ago for our WordPress-based website. Now we're going to do something as soon as we log in. Do you see right here it says not secure? And it's because even though we added that SSL certificate, we need to just tell WordPress that we've added it. It's going to be super easy. So go ahead and log in using that username and password that you created. Now when you first log in to your WordPress website, SiteGround injects this onboarding process that we're going to just go ahead and skip. So if you scroll down, there's an exit option right here, and that will get us out of that. And now we're logged into our WordPress website. Now the dashboard, when you have SiteGround, it looks a little different. They add some of this look and feel to it right here. So if you didn't go with SiteGround versus another host, it might look a little different. So now I'm going to go to where it says settings and then go on general. And here is where it says the WordPress address, and this is the website address to your website. What we need to do is change it from HTTP to say HTTPS. So I'm going to put an S there, and I'm going to put an S there. Oops, you want to make sure it's in the right spot. Okay, now when I scroll down and click on Save Changes, it's going to kick me out of the website, and then it should be using that security certificate. So when I do this, I saved it, it kicked me out, and you notice it no longer says not secure, and we have the padlock right here. So what we've done is a lot so far. We just installed WordPress and a security certificate and got it all working together, and it was really easy. So now what we need to do is just go ahead and log back into WordPress. And as you see, it takes us right back to where we left off, and you can see now whenever anyone visits our website, they're going to be using the secure version, the HTTPS version of our website. So now we're going to just go take a couple things that were auto-installed. So that WordPress onboarding process when we logged in, we don't need that. We don't need this SG optimizer right now. So I'm going to check both like that. And under bulk actions, I'm going to go to deactivate and then click apply. So now these are no longer active. And we can leave those there to be activated later if we so choose, or we can click on delete to remove them. So now let's go ahead and install a WordPress theme. So I'm going to go to Appearance and then Themes. I'll click on Add New. I'm going to click on Popular. And we're going to install this theme right here called the Astra theme. It's free. There's no cost to do this. I'll go ahead and click on Install. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on Activate. Now a WordPress theme allows us to set our fonts and our logo, and it gives us some of the look and feel of our website. So, but for a sales funnel website that we're building, we're probably not going to really leverage a lot of these settings unless you wanted a website that also had a sales funnel on it and your blog and all that. It's definitely the one to go with here is Astra. Now, when you activate it, it's going to have some kind of a prompt right here letting you know they've created a bunch of websites for you and you can restore them with one click. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Get Started, and it's going to add this plugin called Astra Starter Sites. It's an amazing plugin. So right here, it'll say select your page builder, and here you're going to want to choose Elementor and then click on Next. And then it's going to give you a list of fully designed websites that you can restore with one mouse click. Now, some of them cost money and most of them are actually free. So if it says agency there, that's one of the website designs where you have to have a package. And if it doesn't have a badge like this one right here, that means it's free. But you also get these filter options. So I can click on free. And now I'm just looking at the free, 100% free web designs. One click, it's on my website. And there's quite a variety here that you can go through. So if any of these interest you, you can simply click on it right here where it says preview. It's going to open it up. It's going to preview it for you. And if you wanted to make your site look like this, all you'd have to do is click import site. Now we're creating a sales funnel website. I'm not going to go through this, but I'll put a link in the video description box to a full tutorial on how to use Astra and Astra sites. And if that's something that you want to do for your website, but we're not going to restore one of these sites in this video because the entire website is going to be a sales funnel. So now what we're going to do is start installing some plugins to add functionality to our website. And the very first plugin we're going to add will give us e-commerce, full-featured e-commerce suite. So we're going to install WooCommerce. Now WooCommerce is a free and it's the official free e-commerce plugin for WordPress, and it actually has the largest market share of any e-commerce platform on the internet. It's powering more e-commerce sites than Shopify and all of those other, just go down the list of different e-commerce website platforms. There's more people using WooCommerce than using any of those other platforms. So we're going to install it. Then we're going to configure a payment gateway. And then after we do that, we're going to go ahead and add a product that we're going to sell in the sales funnel. Now, it's important to note that with WooCommerce, it's everything. You can use it to sell digital products. You can use it to sell physical products and do the product fulfillment along with it. And later on in other videos, when we want to add, say, online courses or a membership, you can use it to sell those as well. So let's just go ahead and jump back into our website. I'm going to go to plugins, add new, click on, oops, I didn't want to click on upload plugin. I'm going to go right here and do a search for WooCommerce. And here it is. I'll go ahead and click on install now. And then when I activate it, it's going to take us into what's called an onboarding process where it's going to walk us through going through all of the various settings. Now, depending if you've followed each step in this tutorial by now, there may have been a setup wizard that started when you activated WooCommerce, but you can see how I've done it. The setup wizard has not launched, which is fine. So what we need to do where it says Astra Starter Sites, let's just temporarily deactivate this. And then where it says WooCommerce, let's click on Settings. And here's all the settings, but I want to go through that setup wizard. So we'll click where it says Help on the top right. And then we'll click right here where it says Setup Wizard. And then we'll click on the blue button that says Setup Wizard. And now we can go through each step of that setup wizard. So it just breaks it down into several steps to getting the e-commerce platform up and running. Just basic things, asking us the address of the store, how we want to accept payments. Is it going to be digital products or physical products, shipping, and all that kind of stuff? It just asks us a few questions. And the first one is to set up your address. So I'll go ahead and fill this out. Okay, so I've gone ahead and selected my country, put the address in, chose the currency that I want to sell with. And right here, I plan to sell both physical and digital products like that. And then right here, there's a checkbox that I'm going to uncheck because I don't want any usage tracking. This is if we wanted to send usage information to WooCommerce to help them improve the plugin. I'll let someone else be that. I'll go ahead and click on Let's Go, and it's going to take us to the next step. And this is where we're going to choose the payment gateways that we want to use with WooCommerce. Now, there are tons of different payment gateway services, and the nice thing about WooCommerce is there's integrations available for most. Now, what you also get for free is the integration with Stripe and the integration with PayPal. So in this video, I'm going to be using Stripe. And here's Stripe's website. There's no cost to sign up for Stripe, and you pretty much have similar fees to what you pay with PayPal. Something like 30 cents for a transaction, and then a 2.9% transaction fee. And if you had volume, you can obviously negotiate them down. So we're going to choose that for here. So I'm going to leave this toggled on. I already have a Stripe account, so I'm going to uncheck this box. So if you have a Stripe account, just uncheck that. I'm not going to use PayPal, but you can use PayPal and Stripe. So I'll have a different tutorial on PayPal. So I'm just going to turn that off right there. And then here you can choose if you want to enable check payments. These are more manual offline payment options. I'm going to leave those all toggled off. And then I'm going to click on Continue. And so what it's going to do is add the integration for Stripe for me. Now this is the shipping settings. And so if you're going to ship physical goods, you're going to get on this setting page right here. So depending on what you answered in that first step, depends if you're going to be here. And so shipping is complicated, and I have a separate video for it. I'm not going to cover it right now. Essentially, shipping is actually super easy if you do flat rate, right? But then if you want, or free shipping, but then once you want to do table rate shipping based upon zip codes, weights, and all that kind of stuff, there's a little bit more involved in the setup. So I'm not going to cover that in this video because typically you're not doing that way with a sales funnel. So I'm going to leave that off. So I'm just going to choose free shipping right here, make my life easy. And then I'll just toggle this off right here. Now, WooCommerce has several free services to make sales tax easier, to make shipping, that table rate, live rate shipping easier. So I'm not going to be doing that though. I'm going to just uncheck this right here. So here's another add-on option that's free that it makes it easy to print shipping labels at home. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on Continue. Oops, I've got to make this free shipping as well to move forward. So I'll do another free shipping and then click on Continue. All right, so here is some additional add-ons that WooCommerce is offering you, and we could uncheck all of these. So don't want to integrate with MailChimp. I don't want this Facebook integration right here. And then there's this also automated taxes. Now, this is good. If you're needing to charge taxes, you might want that there. I'm just going to uncheck that because we're going to do a digital sales here and then click on Continue. All right, and now it's offering us this jetpack, which is pretty good, but I'm going to go ahead and skip this step. I don't need it. And now it's saying it's pretty much set up. Now, we still need to connect it with our payment gateway Stripe, which we're going to do in a moment. We have to take some of the info it gives us to make that connection. So I'm going to just scroll down here and click on Visit Dashboard, and then it's all set up. So I'll dismiss this, and we have the notice right here, WooCommerce Stripe. It's basically just a notification about some recent changes that were made to the payment gateway. And now when I click the X to make that go away, it's saying we need to set our Stripe account keys. So let's click right here, to take us to where we would enter those Stripe account keys. And so it says payments, and then it says Stripe. And so here's where we're going to put our Stripe information. So what I want to do for this video, though, is use Stripe in test mode. So let's go ahead and head over to Stripe and get that all taken care of. So you're going to just visit Stripe.com if you don't already have an account, and click on Start Now. It's a very simple setup process. And after you've gone through the setup process and log in for the first time, here's going to be your dashboard, and here's a test account I use for videos. And you can see right here it says get your test API keys, and it says publishable and secret key. Well, that's exactly what we need to put right here, is our publish key and our secret key. So we just need to copy and paste that over. Now, when you're ready to go live with your sales funnel and e-commerce and all that, it's very simple. All you have to do is uncheck this, and when you do it, then you can put in your live publishable key and your live secret key. You'll just copy and paste those in there, but I'm going to go test mode for this video. So I'll take a moment right now to copy and paste mine over, and then I'm going to scroll down and click on Save Changes. Okay, so I'm done, and I've already gone ahead now and installed our e-commerce platform and connected a payment gateway to it. Now, WooCommerce is going to add two menu items here. One is WooCommerce, and this is where you're going to see your list of orders. You can create coupons, there's reporting, here's our settings, and then there's a status for it. And then right here it says products. When you click on that, you're going to be able to add a new product, see a list of your products, and you can categorize products and tag products if you wanted. If you're having a large number of products, you definitely want to do that. But for the sales funnel website, we're not going to have a ton of products. So I'm going to go ahead and click on create a product right here, and then we'll go through creating a product together. Oops, we have this Apple Pay notice. We'll deal with that after we create the product and make that go away. Okay, so a product is really simple to set up. We're going to give it a name. There's this little walkthrough here, and when you click next, it's going to walk you through everything. I'm just going to get rid of it. So essentially, for creating the sales funnel, a product for the sales funnel, we just need to give it a product name right there. And then right here where it says product data, this is where the magic really happens. So there's different types of products that you can create, but we're pretty much going to be doing simple products. But we also have the option of creating a variable product. What that is, a perfect example is you want to buy a shirt, and there's 5 different colors. Each of those colors is what's called a variation. So it's the same product, but there's different variations, different sizes, or just something different about it. So we're going to go with a simple product here. I will link to a full WooCommerce tutorial where I explain variable products in detail and setting those up, but we're going to just use the simple product right here. Now, if it's not going to be something that's shipped, we can just check this box for it being a virtual product. And if it's going to be a downloadable file, an ebook or something like that, we can choose the download option. So here's what happens when I check these two boxes. The settings sort of dynamically change. So for downloadable, you can see when I checked it, I can attach my downloadable file right here, and I can set limitations on it. I can set expiration dates. You don't have to pay for any of this. It's all just kind of included. And so you notice when I check the virtual, the shipping option, well, there's nothing to ship. So when I check it, the shipping option just goes away. And so the main beauty of using WooCommerce, which makes having these sales funnels be so powerful, is you can add additional plugins that add additional options here. So when we go through our video on adding an online course, what we'll see here is a tab for where we link this product to a course and the access to it. The same goes for membership, print on demand, the same for drop shipping. There's all of this additional functionality that can get added to here, and then we add this product to our sales funnel. It's just so powerful. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out. I'm going to give it a product name, and the product name is important because it's going to show on the receipt. So you want to have a good product name there. And then right here, you're going to put a price. And all these other options are going to be more related to physical products. So we're going to skip over those for now. Okay, so I filled this out. I'm naming my product Sales Funnel Secrets ebook. And then down here, I'm going to put in a price of $49.99 for this. I should just click on downloadable and add a file. I don't have one handy. So there we go. We have it like that. You can add categories, like I said, and tags if you wanted to. I'm just going to go ahead and click on publish. And I've gone ahead and created this product. Now I'm actually going to go back into the settings to fix that Apple Pay thing. So I'm going to click on settings. And then I'm going to go to payments, and then I'm going to go down here to Stripe. I'm going to click on manage, and there's a little box I can uncheck because I haven't set up Apple Pay. So I'm going to uncheck that, click on save changes, and now you shouldn't get that Apple Pay warning anymore. Okay, I'll go ahead and click on the dashboard, and we will continue moving on. So next what we're going to do is we're going to add a page builder. So a page builder is a tool that we use to visually create our pages. And we use it to add our images, our text, our column structures, all that kind of stuff. And you can do some really cool things with the page builder. It makes life so much easier. And it really opens up the door for anyone to be able to create beautiful pages on their website. So we're going to install a tool called Elementor, and Elementor really is the #1 page building tool there is. It's being used on nearly 3 million websites right now, and that's just after it having been out for 2 years. So it's really the #1 page builder there is. And it also happens to be free. However, we're going to also install Elementor Pro. Now that is the professional version of Elementor. It's a second plugin that we're going to add to our website. The reason we need Elementor Pro is because it adds additional functionality. So it's going to allow us to create forms. These could be forms for lead generation to capture leads and then integrate it with our email autoresponder, or any kind of form. If you are creating an application funnel where the main goal is to have someone fill out an application, well, you can actually create that application using Elementor Pro. It also adds pop-ups, which is an amazing feature that it recently added to add pop-ups for anything. I mean, you can create anything inside of a pop-up. It's a very powerful tool. And there's a ton of other advanced functionality that Elementor Pro adds that we're probably not going to get to in this tutorial, such as website personalization. It's pretty advanced stuff, really cool stuff that you can do with it. And it's a very easy to use page building tool. So then we're going to go ahead and create our first page using Elementor. So I like to show you how to use a page builder before we create our sales page. Now I have something to let you know about. I've created a course called Elementor Accelerator, and it's a training course. It's available on my website, and you can purchase this for $199. However, if you visit WPCrafter.com/Elementor, it's going to take you to a page on my website where I'm basically saying if you click on this link to purchase Elementor, it's a referral link. And if you click on that link to purchase Elementor, I will give you access to the Elementor Accelerator training program that I've created. I'm going to give you access to that for completely free. I'm going to waive the $199 cost of the course and give you access 100% for free. And all the instructions are right there when you visit WPCrafter.com/Elementor. And when you purchase Elementor through the link on that page, there's no additional cost to you at all. It's just a way for me to say thank you for you supporting me through using that referral link, and a portion of what you pay Elementor gets given to me as a referral fee. It's how I basically fund things around here. Okay, let's go ahead and just move on in the tutorial. So first let's take a look at Elementor's website right here to see how much it costs. So Elementor Pro is going to be $49 a year for a single site license. It's an unbelievable value. That's per year. That's not per month. That's per year. The plan I have is this, the $199 per year. That I use that plan because I use Elementor on tons of websites. I love it. And it's really the tool that I enjoy using. Now, I will say that to make a sales funnel, a funnel website. There's other page builders that you could choose, and you can use, my preference is Elementor because for many reasons. Number one, the cost is very affordable, but it's more so that it's the most powerful tool that I've come across. So go ahead and buy your license if you don't already have a license. And then it's going to take you right here to your account area. There's the download link right there. You can just click on that and download Elementor to your website. There's also a license key you're going to want to copy to your clipboard so that we can activate the paid version of Elementor. Okay, so here I am back on the website. I'm going to go to plugins, add new, and I'm going to search for Elementor. We're first going to install the free version. All right, here it is, Elementor Page Builder. I'll click on install now. Now, if in the earlier part of this video, if you added one of those astrocytes, it's going to automatically install Elementor for you. So, okay, we've got Elementor installed, and it's going to add two menu options, Elementor, and this is where we're going to get into its settings, and then there's a new template option right here because you're able to save, and it's just amazing plugin. So anyways, you've got this templates and Elementor, but we're going to go ahead and add that paid version of it. So I'm going to go to plugins, add new. I'm going to click on upload plugin. And I already have it downloaded, so I'm just going to drag and drop it right here. I'm going to click on install now, and it's going to upload Elementor Pro. I'll click on activate, and now Elementor Pro is installed and activated. Now, after you activate it, it's going to welcome you and prompt you to activate your license. So I'm going to click on activate manually, and I have it in my clipboard, so I'm going to paste it in and click on activate. So now that we have Elementor activated, I want to show you around the plugin a little bit. So first I'm going to go and take a look at the settings, and then we're going to go and create our first page using Elementor. So here we are in the settings. I want to show you where it says integrations right here. And this is where you're going to copy over your API key for MailChimp or Drip, ActiveCampaign, GetResponse, ConvertKit, MailerLite, or if you're using custom fonts from Adobe Typekit, this is where you're going to paste those API keys in to connect it into those various services. Next, we have some additional options right here for custom fonts. It will allow you to upload custom fonts. So if you have a certain font that you like to use in your business, you can upload and use that on your website. Next, we have a role manager. If you're creating these funnels for clients and you want to restrict what they're able to do on a page, maybe just have access to change text but not change background images or things of that nature, then you have control with this role manager. It's a really cool tool. And there was that getting started video that we just kind of skipped over. So let's go ahead and create our first page. I'm going to go to pages, and this is just so that I can show you how Elementor works, and then we'll go ahead and create our sales funnel. All right, I'll click on add new, and this is pretty much how you create a page on WordPress. You click on add new. And the first time you do that, it's going to walk you through some things, but I'll just go ahead and close that out. We're going to go ahead and give this page a name. And so I'll just name this homepage, even though I'm not going to really use it as the homepage. So I like to go ahead and put my page name in there and then click on publish and then click on publish to actually publish it. And then I like to click right here where it says edit with Elementor. And then this is going to jump me into this Elementor page building experience. So Elementor essentially, or your page builder, is going to be used for everything underneath the header and above the footer. However, when we're creating our sales funnels, we're not using headers or footers. We are just creating, essentially Elementor is going to control it from top to bottom. Okay, so the way a page builder works is quite simple. It's through a grid system, and it's a grid similar to when you use an Excel spreadsheet where you have rows and columns. It's the same exact thing with a page builder. So if I wanted to add a row, I would click on this plus and how many columns are in that particular row. And you have the column options right here. So say I wanted a 2-column row, just like in Excel. Just think about it that way. I would choose that. And so now you can see we've got this blue container and you can see it around the edges. That's to let you know that this is a section. And the section has options here at the top for settings, and you can delete sections, you can duplicate them and all of that. And so right here we have our two columns, and you notice when I hover my mouse in it, there's that top left option right here. And so this is settings for a particular column. And then what we do is we essentially just drag and drop content into the column. That's all there is to it. So if I wanted to have some text right here, I would click right here on the dial pad, and here's a heading. So say I wanted a heading, I drag and drop my heading in there, and there it is. My heading's right there, and it has what's called an inline text editing option. So I can click here and I can start typing, right? I can type right here in line, or if I prefer, I can type it in this box and it will dynamically change right there. And you can go here, I'll click on the dial pad, and you can drag and drop all of these different types of elements inside columns. So we've got headings and images and videos. So if I wanted a video, I just drag and drop it and I let go, and now I've got a video there. Okay, and we have all kinds of options here. And so right here where it says Pro, these are the elements that come with the Pro version. This is what you just paid for. And so one of them is going to be forms, and that's what we're going to use to capture leads with this tool. And there's all kinds of powerful, easy to use modules that you can easily drag and drop. So sections, which is the main container right here, has its own settings. And so in a section, you would be setting the spacing. So if I wanted some space above, some space below, if I wanted an image in the background, a color in the background, those settings are what's available in your sections. And then in columns, you have settings for that as well. And modules have their own individual settings. So if I click on the text right here, it's going to show me the settings for it. And so I've got content, the style of the text, and advanced. So your sections, your rows, your modules are all pretty much going to have these three tabs here, and one of them will be style. So what's really cool with Elementor is they've integrated this right-click option, and it's very handy. So I can hover over the text here and I can right-click, and it gives us these options. So even though it's on your web browser, it just kind of feels like it's an application. So if I wanted to edit this particular item, if I wanted to duplicate it, copy, if I wanted to delete it, I've got all of these options there. And what's really helpful is there's keyboard shortcuts right here. So I use a Mac and sometimes I use a PC. I can use my Command C or Control C to copy and paste. You've got these options right there. It's really cool that they have that there. There's a lot to Elementor. It's such a powerful tool. So what I could do is I can click on here and it's going to show me the settings for the section. So now it says edit section. So I have control over the layout and some spacing. So if I wanted some space above and below, I've got these options right here. It's under height. So I can do a fit to screen, and that's whatever's in here just takes up the whole screen. I can go default, I can go minimum height right here, and I have this slider now where I can add minimum height to the top and the bottom. So you have all this design control. I'm not going to go into every detail of Elementor. I've got probably about 40 different Elementor tutorials here on the channel, and I'll link to some of them that will be helpful to you below in the video description if you're new to Elementor. So we've got our layout for the section, and then here is our style. And so this is where we can add a color to the background. So there's different background types. We can have it just a straight up color. We can have a gradient. That's where there's two colors blended. And we can even have a background video if we wanted. So if I click here where it says classic, here's where I can choose my color. And so say I just wanted it this color, and I can go like that. And you can see now that section has that different background color. Oops, right there. And if I wanted to add an image, I can do that as well. I don't happen to have any images loaded in here at the moment, but I could go ahead and choose an image if I wanted. There's also these very interesting shape dividers. So when I click here, I can add a shape divider to the top or the bottom. Let me show you what it looks like. So I'm going to add one to the bottom, And then there's a whole list of these right here. So if I wanted to have kind of a cloud look at the bottom, you could see that right there. Or if I wanted to have something like a curve, I could do that. Or if you wanted to do the old school arrow pointing up or pointing down, you could do that as well. I can click on invert and there it's pointing down. So a lot of these type of shape dividers work good when you have some spacing at the top and the bottom there. So if I went to the layout and then I went to my height and did a minimum height, you can see now it just looks a little better, the shape divider. But there's lots of cool ones that you can choose if you wanted to. I would suggest not overusing them if possible. And you can add them to the top or the bottom. It's completely up to you. And each time you enable one of them, it's going to come with additional options. So if I wanted to change this, I can make it wider like that, or different ways of making it look how I might want it to look. So I'm going to go back to none because I don't really want any of them. Okay, and so there we have our sections. Now we have those other container types called columns. So I can click right here and it's going to give me options just for this column. So if I wanted this column to maybe have a white background, I would click on Style, Normal. Click right here, it says color or classic, and then for color I can change it to white, and there we have it right there. And so you can also do different things with the border if I wanted it to, oops, I did that again. Let me get my white color. Okay, and then border. So I can round out the corners right here. By going to 5, it slightly rounds out the corners some. It's kind of hard to see if I made it a larger number. You could see it more. And there's this little tab right here. When you click on it, it makes the interface kind of go away, and you can see there's my rounded corners. If I wanted to make a border, I could do that as well. So we do that, and you also have really cool box shadow. That's where there's like a little bit of a shadow underneath it. If I click here, it automatically puts one in, and then you can adjust it. You can adjust your color for the shadow or whatever. So now it kind of looks like it's lifted off the page a little bit. That's another one that's good to use. I like to make it very subtle. And so you'll want to play around with these options here to get the color just right to make it very subtle. If you want to get rid of it, click here back to default and you're set. So I hope you're seeing that, wow, I mean, this Elementor is amazing. You can do pretty much anything with it. Okay, and then you have your module settings. If I click into a module right here, it also has style. So for text, I could change the text color. I can change the font. I can even add shadow. There's just so many options. And then if you want to delete things, I can right click and delete. Just like that, I can click on this X and get rid of an entire section. So let's take a moment and restore one of the templates that come with Elementor Pro. So if I click on the folder, it's going to pull up this option here, and these are all page templates. Some of them are with the free version and some are the Pro only. So these ones that have a badge on the top right where it says Pro, those are going to be your Pro only options right there. So these are the page templates. I'm going to restore one in a moment, but I want to also show you blocks. So when I click on here, you get complete content blocks. So there's a way of, they're all categorized right here. So if I wanted to say, see some testimonials, I can scroll down and click on testimonials and it will show me these already designed slivers of content already put together for me for testimonials. So if I really like the way this looks, I can click on it and just add that to my website. It's really cool how they do that, and they kind of eliminate the style, so then you could go in and put your colors in. So for pages, I'm going to go ahead and choose one of these sort of lead generation centric type of pages. So there's one down here that I think I'm going to go with. It's called, right here, let's go with this tourism one because there's a contact form in there. So if you see one you like, you just go ahead and click on insert, and it's going to go ahead and download it from Elementor servers, the images, everything, and it's going to insert it into your website. Here it is. I'll click on this hide panel option and you can see it right there. So this is using that form module, which is one of the main reasons we purchased Elementor Pro. There's also countdown timers and all that. There's lots of other reasons why you want to use Elementor Pro that are going to help us with our sales funnels. And you also get to save things with Elementor and reuse them. That's one of the features I like the most. Now, another reason why Elementor is so fantastic for what we're trying to do is it has amazing mobile responsiveness options. So we have these navigation icons down here, and one of them right here is responsive mode. And when you click on it, you get to see how it looks on a desktop and put all the settings in for a desktop. There's also a tablet option and a mobile option. So if I want to see how this looks on a mobile device, I click here and it shrinks it there. And a lot of these settings I can change, and it just changes how it looks on a mobile device. So here's my headline. When I click on it, it actually takes me into edit the heading, and you see alignment, and there's these three options. Well, I can set the alignment just for my mobile device. So if it doesn't look good centered or left aligned or right aligned on a mobile device, I can have it be a unique setting for the mobile device. So whenever you see these three icons, that lets you know that you can set it on a per device basis. You also see this with font sizes. So if I go on style, and right here it says typography, if I click right here, you can see the font size. I have options for the mobile responsiveness, line height, as well as letter spacing to make sure that it looks fantastic on a mobile device. And to get back, you click on responsive mode, go back to desktop, and there you have it. So you can really put a little extra time in after you come up with your designs to make them pixel perfect for every device that your buyers are going to visit your sales funnel on. There's lots more cool things with Elementor. The last thing that I want to show you is how to save your entire design as a template that you can use elsewhere on your website or on a different sales funnel. You can even export it and import it into a different website of yours. So we have this update button here, and we have this little save options. When I click on save options, there's an option here that says save as template. When I click on it, it asks me to just give it a name. So I've just given it the name homepage template right here. I can click on save, and now it's actually saved it as a template. I can literally click this arrow here and I can choose export, and it exports it, and I can import it wherever I want on a different website, or I can go to create a new page and I can use this there. It's a very powerful tool. I love it. And you can also upload your templates. Let me show you that real quick. I kind of glossed over it. There's this option right here with the arrow up to import template. When you click on that, you just drag and drop the file in there. So your funnel designs are very portable using Elementor. And then when you're done, you just click on update to save your page. And then to get out of Elementor, we click on the hamburger icon here on the top left, and then we click on exit to dashboard, and it's going to take us back to where we were. And if I want to view this design, I can click right here where it has the title, and then it's going to show me the link. I can click right here. It's going to open in a new tab, and then there it is. It's just pixel perfect with Elementor. It's just that great of a tool. Now, we don't need that for what we're going to be doing, so I'm going to click all pages. And here's that home page. I'm going to throw that in the trash. I'm going to click on trash, and I'm going to click on empty trash. And that's it for the page building tool. It's very easy to use. I have a ton of tutorials here on the channel for you to learn and be able to get the most out of it. Okay, let's continue on with the tutorial. So now we need to add our funnel builder for this website, because that's, after all, what this video is about. And we're going to install CartFlows, and CartFlows is the #1 funnel building tool for WordPress. It's pretty amazing. And then what we do after we install it, we tell it we're just going to use Elementor, because there's full sales funnel templates for Elementor. We just need to tell CartFlows that we're using Elementor, and then we're going to go ahead and create our first funnel. Now, CartFlows has a free version, and with this free version, there's templates involved that you get. You can create funnels, and you can even have the checkout component, which is what we're going to use WooCommerce for. But there's a professional version to CartFlows that's probably going to get you closer to what you want out of a sales funnel. So it's going to come with multiple checkout styles. So checkout styles are the column structure. So a checkout style would be all your fields being in one column or two columns, or even having a two-step checkout, which is a very popular checkout style. And that's where the first step, you're just asking them their billing information and where you want to ship the product to, or the billing information, not the credit card information, but just their personal information. Then they go to the next step, and that's where you show them the total for the product. That's where you ask for the credit card number, and that's where you give them an optional order bump. And yes, CartFlows Pro gives you the option to have order bumps. So these are really this is like the main features here that maximize the amount of money you're going to make off of each transaction. So without order bumps, upsells, and downsells, if you're not even making those offers to your buyers, you're really just leaving money on the table, and you're really doing a disservice to the buyers on your website. So you can offer an order bump. And what an order bump is it is an additional offer that you make on the checkout page, and all your buyer has to do is click on one checkbox, and it will immediately add it to the checkout. This works very good for accompanying products to what they're already buying. And also, if this complementary product is a lower price than the initial purchase, it doesn't make sense to have in this case, the $50 ebook and then to have a $100 order bump. So it's going to work better to have this $50 ebook and then maybe a $20 audiobook version. So you really want to make that an easy decision for people to add this order bump to their checkout. And there have been many customers of CartFlows that just adding the order bump, they've made back all their money within weeks of what they paid for CartFlows, and it's just they'll make more money throughout the year. Then you get the option of adding upsells and then downsells. So your upsell is going to be the offer that's made after the buyer checks out. So in the example here, they buy the Sales Funnel Secrets ebook, and then they add on the audiobook version, and then they get made an upsell offer. Maybe it's a video training course for $199. So your upsells are usually going to be more expensive than the initial order. And it's better when it's something that's going to get them the result that they're after faster. That's the best kind of upsell. So your upsell can be a video training course, and then or maybe a membership, and then the downsell. So if they don't want the upsell, you give them a downsell, and that downsell can be instead of the membership, maybe it's a single video training course. Now, if they accept your offer, your upsell offer, maybe you give them a second upsell offer. Maybe it's some one-on-one training mastermind group that's even more expensive, like $400. So you can do all that with CartFlows Pro, and we're going to set some of that up in this video. The next big feature is field control, and that is where you can reorder the fields in the checkout. You can hide fields. You can add custom fields. So if you have to, or if you need to ask your buyer a question, maybe wanting to know what industry that they're in, so that you can start collecting this information when they check out, you can add custom fields to the checkout process. And you also have control over column structures. So you have one column if you don't want it to be the first name, and then underneath that the last name. If you want to condense it a bit, you can do that. You can have first name take up half the space in a single column, and then the last name the other half. It's going to be best when I show you. You also get pro templates that are leveraging all of the features that I just listed. There's a whole lot more to CartFlows Pro. They have a cart abandonment coming soon. So whenever someone types in their name and email, that info is captured, and you can optionally email them if they don't check out. If they leave the checkout, maybe they got distracted, you can email them a time, maybe 30 minutes or 60 minutes, whatever you want, an email to remind them to try to get them back in the cart. And you can even go a step further, email them a little discount so that they will come back and complete that checkout process. You can do all that with the Pro version of CartFlows. There's like a laundry list of features that you get with CartFlows Pro. So let's go ahead and take a look at that a little closer. So right here is the CartFlows website. It's just cartflows.com. Of course, I'll have a link in the video description box. You can come to the website and you can read more about it, more about the features. You can see a lot of them in action. So what we're going to do though is we're going to go ahead and click right here where it says Get CartFlows. Now CartFlows those is $299 per year. Really cheap. It's about $25 per month if you averaged it or divided it by 12. It's very cheap. It's very easy to make that back, and you get all of these features with it. So go ahead and order CartFlows Pro. We are going to use it in this tutorial, but like I said, you can use the free version of CartFlows as well, and that will allow you to make funnels, structured funnels. So if you're using Elementor Pro and you're using that form builder and you just need like a lead generation funnel, you just need a application funnel where you're just trying to get someone to fill out the application, you can already do all of that with the free version of CartFlows. Okay, so here we are back to the website. Let's go ahead and install the free version of CartFlows. I'm going to go to Plugins, Add New, and then right here where it says Search, I'm going to enter CartFlows. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and click on Install Now, and then I'm going to click on Activate. Now, CartFlows is going to be having a change out soon where once you activate it, it's going to have another setup wizard where it's going to ask you your page builder, and it's going to ask you if you want to install WooCommerce, which we already did in this video. But for now, just know that's coming. So if you're doing this in a couple months, it might be a little different, that setup process. So the first step was to install CartFlows, and then I'm going to go into the settings of CartFlows. It added this menu. I'm going to go to Settings. And then I'm going to scroll down, and here it says show templates designed with, and it automatically defaults to Elementor. But like I said, if you're using a different page builder like Beaver Builder or Divi or Thrive Architect, you can use all of that. This is just wants to know which one you're using so it can show you templates made with that page building tool. So I'm set here with Elementor, that's fine. So now I'm going to go ahead and install the Pro version. So I'm going to go to Plugins, Add New. I'm going to click on Upload Plugin, and I'm going to, I already have it downloaded. I'm just going to drag and drop it over. I'll click on Install Now, and then I'll click on Activate, where I'm going to have to click right here to activate my license. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All right, I've gone ahead and activated CartFlows Pro. You can see that there. Oh, that's interesting. I literally downloaded Elementor Pro today for this video, and there's an update out. If you ever need to update something in WordPress, just click on Update Now, and it's going to go ahead and upgrade it to the latest version. And so you can see I already had that happen to me in this video. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and create our first funnel. Now CartFlows calls them flows. So I'm going to click right here where it says CartFlows. It takes us to this screen. I'm going to go ahead and click on Add New. You notice there's import and export options. This is actually really cool. So if you are making funnels that you want to give away or to sell, or for whatever reason, or you want to move it from one website to another, you've got these options here. It's pretty cool. But I'll click on Add New. Now, because I'm using Elementor, it's showing me fully designed sales funnels with Elementor, which is really cool. It's a time saver. So here you can see the two-step checkouts right there. And if you wanted to preview any of these, you can literally click on the preview tab. So if I wanted to say preview this physical product sales funnel right here, I click on preview and it's going to load up the template, and I can choose to see what the checkout would look like, the upsell would look like, and the thank you page would look like. So let's just take a quick look at the checkout page for this, and you can see it's beautiful. I mean, this is fully customizable in your page building tool right here, but it's beautiful. It's a very beautiful checkout page. So I'm going to click on the X right here and go back. Let's start out with how about this product right here, this weight loss one. So I'm going to click on import, and essentially it's going to download and import everything for me. So it's just a few clicks. It's going to download the images. It's going to set up the structure of the funnel. It's going to connect everything up for me. And then it's going to take me here. All that I have left to do is enter a title for this funnel. And I'll do that right here, right now. Okay, I've named it Health Funnel. Now, underneath it, you see these three what are known as or called steps. So these are the steps of the funnel. So the first step is going to have that two-step checkout. So it's a checkout step. Then there's going to be this offer, a one-time offer upsell. And then right here, we're going to have a thank you page. Now, off to the right, there's a setting called test mode. You have to remember to uncheck this when you're ready to take your funnel live. There's analytics. And then there's the normal WordPress options. So I'll go ahead and just click on update and it's all saved. Now, if I wanted to say add in a downsell, what I could do is I can click add new step here or add new step there. And when I do it, I get that same pop-up and then I can choose downsell. And then I can just choose from one of these templates, the downsell that I want. Or if I didn't want to start off a template, that's fine. You click on create your own. And then there's the option for downsell. And there you have it. So for each step, you can click on view. You can edit it, clone it, or delete it. You can also rearrange it by just a drag and drop interface like this. It's a really easy to work with funnel building tool. Now, each step, if I wanted to edit, so for example, this one, I would click on the edit option. And then it takes me right on in. Oops, you know what I didn't do in the beginning? I'm sorry. There's something called permalink settings, and I didn't set those, and that's why you're seeing it say the website address. This is like the link to this page. Then you're seeing this cart flow step, and then that. Let's fix that really quick. I'm gonna go to, it's under settings, and then permalinks. I'm gonna choose post name. I'm gonna scroll down, click on save changes, and so now it's not gonna be like that. So now if I get back to where I was, I'll click on edit right here. You're gonna see that's more like it. It says the website URL / the name of this step. But you can change that. I can click on edit and I can make this say whatever the heck I want it to say, or I can even make it be the home page, which I'll do in a moment. So we went through earlier editing a page or creating a page with Elementor. And so this page has already been created with Elementor. If I want to edit anything, I would just click right here and do that. And we're going to do it in a moment. So here are the options for this checkout step. And each of these steps in your funnel will have options for it. So the first one right here is going to be select product. So I only created that one product. So if I start typing the name of it, it's going to appear. And there it is. So I've added the product. Now I can dynamically discount it if I wanted to. And I also have an option. It doesn't make sense for what I'm doing right now, but if I check this box, I can allow the buyer to change quantities on that checkout page. And also if it's one of those variable products, I can allow them to select colors and sizes or different variations. You have all those options right here. But it doesn't make sense for what I'm doing in this funnel, so I'll uncheck it. Next, we have that order bump option right here. So when I click on order bump, I click on this checkbox, and now I can add my order bump. So right here, there's two different styles for an order bump. It's the same thing. You have to create a product and select that product. And then right here, this is actually a very unique feature not found in any other funnel building tool. You actually get to choose the location of where that order bump's going to be. So if it's going to be, most funnel building tools only allow you to do it after the payment, but you can have it be at the very top. So someone sees this order bump at the very top, and you have all these different locations that you can put it in. You'd add an image for your upsell. You have some text-based options for your upsell. We're going to set a full one of these up in a moment. I'm just showing you some of the options. And then you have some of the style options right there. We have our checkout design. So this is a two-step checkout. And then down here you have font options. And then if you're using a two-step checkout, you'll have this option here that says two-step, where you can choose certain text locations. And I'll show you those in a moment, and your colors. Here's where we can customize our checkout fields, where I was talking about field control. So in this funnel, we don't have company name viewable, and we have email address here. If I wanted email address to be the first thing that's asked, I can just drag and drop it up, and we'll actually do that in a moment. And down here's where I can create a custom field. So I don't think I made any changes. Let me just click on update, and then let's go ahead and view this page. So I've just opened it in a new tab, and here it is. So you can see Everything outside of from here to the button here is done in Elementor, and I'm going to show you that in a moment. Oops, I tried to change tabs and it won't let me because I need to fill it out. This is a two-step checkout where you get your buyer's information, and then right here they're going to see the order bump option and be able to put in their credit card information. Let me just demonstrate that field control, and then we're going to go ahead and make a real funnel together. So I'm going to go back here, and here's our fields, and say I wanted to have the first thing that's asked be the email address. And if my payment processor does not require the street address or the city name or any of this address information, we can just hide it. So I'm not going to ask for a phone number, street address. Stripe doesn't actually require, it requires the zip code. So what you have here is really based on if you're shipping a physical product, you need that address. But if it's just Stripe and it's a digital product, you could literally get away with just asking for the zip code. So I'm going to uncheck this, this, and this, and we just have our zip code. So it's email, first name, last name, and we need zip code. Now, each field has options when you click on the little arrow. So right here, zip code set to take up 50%. You see how zip code is taking up 50% of this row? I need to change that. I'm going to change it to 100%. And I can change my field label right here if zip code doesn't make sense where you are in your part of the world. And then you can choose to make it required. All right, I've gone ahead and done that. I'll go ahead and click on update. Now when I do a refresh, it's going to change. Watch this. I do a refresh, and now it got very condensed, right? Email, which I moved to the top, first name, last name, and zip code. If that's all you need to have, then that's fine. And then when your buyer goes to the next step, they'll have their payment information options. Actually, here, I'll fill this out. You see how when it's filled out, it changed from, with the right information, it changed from red to green. That's one of the really subtle enhancement features. And when I was showing you with the text labels, you can change the text here. This says shipping payment, and the little bit underneath it, you can control that, and all the text on the button. All of that was right here where it said two-step, and this is where all those text options were. So when I click on this button, now it's going to take me to the next step. And you can see right here, it's showing me my total, giving me the option of a coupon code. I left that enabled. You don't have to. And then right here, I would put in my credit card info. And then right here is the one-click order bump. Now, I could have positioned this up at the top if I wanted to. That's an option that you have. Okay, so enough with this funnel right here. Let me actually just show you, lastly, editing it with Elementor. And then what we're going to do is we'll do a real one. So essentially, the way you get this checkout form in is you click on shortcode and you basically copy and paste this wherever you want. And then in your page builder, in this case Elementor, you can have full control over what's around it. So when I click on edit with Elementor, you're going to see what I'm talking about right here. So here is my checkout. And when I click on it, you can see right here, it's just the shortcode right there. And everything that is in that blue box is what that shortcode generates. Everything else is done in your page builder. And that should work in most page builders. So this right here is Elementor. I can go here and I can get rid of this word extra. I can start typing whatever I want. I'm using Elementor at that point. And here's some checkboxes. This is done in Elementor. It's a feature of Elementor. If I wanted to add another one, I duplicate it. I click here and I start typing. This right here is just an Elementor button. I can click on it. I can change the label of it, and I can put a link in. And this right here is just an image. If I click on it, I can click here, delete it, and choose a different image. This entire sales page done right here, this two-step checkout, it's all done using Elementor. If I want to change that background image, that's in the section. I click right here, and then I click on style, and then there's that image. I can go ahead and put something else in. So all the design gets really unlocked with your page builder, and CartFlows is bringing in the checkout form as you see right here. I'll just go ahead and click on update, and then I'll get out of here, and I'm going to exit to my dashboard. So that is just me showing you that it really is all just your page builder controlling the design, and then you use cart flows for adding in that checkout form. Okay, I can click right here where it says back to edit flow, and you can see that badge that said no product assigned. That went away because I added a product to it. So now what I want to do is create a real funnel that we're going to use. And first thing I need to do is create all the products for it. Now, I was kind of telling you that funnel earlier. So I'm going to click on flows. I'm going to click on add new, and I'm going to use this one right here, which is perfect. It's for an ebook, and it comes with an upsell and a downsell. So I'm going to have there be an upsell. And so this is a landing page, and then here's the checkout page. And so for the checkout, I'll have it be the ebook, and then I'll add an order bump for the audiobook version. And then I'm going to have an upsell to a membership. I'll have a downsell to a course. And then I'll have another upsell for the membership program, not the membership, the mastermind group. And then we'll just have a thank you page right here where you tell them the next steps they go through. So in order to accomplish all of that, I first need to go and set up my products. So if I go to products and all products, all I created was the one product, right? The Sales Funnel Secrets ebook. So what I'm going to do is create the audiobook product. I'm going to create the course product, the mastermind, and the membership product right now. Okay, so I've gone ahead and created out those products. Let me just talk you through it, and then we're going to go build the funnel for it. So the first offer is going to be this ebook, and it's $49.99. The next, the order bump, not the next offer, is going to be the audiobook version of the ebook, and that's going to be $19.99. So it's almost going to be kind of like a no-brainer. I know me personally, I prefer an audiobook because I can listen to it as I'm running errands around the house or just moving around. It's easy to put my AirPod in my ear and start listening. Then the next, the first upsell after they purchase the ebook is going to be a membership program right here. And I'm going to sell that for $199. So it's going to be a little bit of a jump from $49 to the $199. But like I said, is you're giving your buyer options to get the result that they're after faster. And that's what we're doing here with the sales funnel membership. Now, if they choose to not take the membership, it's going to offer them just the training course. And so the membership will come with the course, but if they want the course by itself, they can get it right here for $99. So that's the downsell offer. Now, if they take the membership offer or they get to the downsell offer and they take the downsell or they reject the downsell, either way, they're going to be taken to the mastermind. And I should work on my spelling because it says mattermind. So it's going to take them to the mastermind. And this is going to be the biggest jump. And it's going to be $500 for the mastermind. And if they accept it, they get to the thank you page. If they don't accept it, they get to the thank you page because that's going to be the end of the funnel that we're about to create. Now, here's the thing. Not everyone's going to take all these options, but some people are, and some people are going to take none of the options, and some people are going to take some of the options. But if you're not giving people the options, then you're doing your buyer a disservice if what you are selling can truly make a change and a difference in their life. And you're also shooting yourself in the foot because you're not making as much money as you can per transaction. So you would basically, if you were just selling the ebook, the only chance of your sales could be $50. But with all of these offers, it could be as much as $700 or $800 if someone's going to take you up on all of the products. And some people will. It will surprise you. So when you see the profit potential with these prices here, it kind of makes the cost of Elementor, the cost of your hosting, and the cost of card flows seem very small. And it is in comparison to what you can make. So, okay, I'm going to go to card flows. I'm going to click on add new. We're going to build this all out. I'm going to choose this one right here, the ebook. I'll click on import. And this is going to get me there. Now, remember, it's the same thing. The entire design is done with Elementor, and it's going to fit this niche really, really well. So, okay, here we are. I'm going to go ahead and give it a name, Sales Funnel Secrets, and I'm going to click on Update. Now, our structure isn't quite right. We have a landing page. check out. So what we're missing is that second upsell. So for this upsell, I'm going to go ahead and use the clone feature for the first time. There it is, and it adds it to the bottom, but I need to drag it up. Okay, so now we have our structure all set out. So for the landing page, actually here, let me do an update first. So for the landing page, when I click on update right here, you have total control over this slug, which is the link that takes you there. Everything's done in Elementor. And here is what's called the next step link. And this is what you paste into a button. So if I was to open this in a new page right here, you can see it. Here's a button. Well, the link that you put in this button is the next step link that you get right here. What that allows you to do is whenever you're rearranging the steps in a sales funnel, you might want to tweak it, add a step. It always goes to the next step, the next right place. And so here is the sales page selling this ebook. It would probably just require minimal changes and maybe a new cover design, but we're going to roll with that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my flow. And for the checkout page, I'll click on edit. And so I'll scroll down here. I'm going to click on select product and I'm going to add my product. It's the Sales Funnel Secret ebook. I'm going to click on order bump right here. And for select product, I'm going to make sure I select the audiobook. There it is, audiobook. I'll select it. Now for the order bumps right here, you actually have to fill out the information. It's not going to pull it from that product listing. So none of this actually makes sense because the price isn't right. We know it's $19.99 and it's an audio book. And then right here you can add a product image if you want, and right here you can really entice your buyer of why adding this audiobook version is going to get them what they want quicker. It's going to enhance the whole experience. Okay, so I'm going to click on update and we've gone ahead and done that. Now I'm going to go back to edit the flow. And so here we are on the first upsell. I'll click on edit. And right here, I need to add the product. We haven't looked at an upsell step yet. So the way an upsell step works is you really have two buttons. One button is the link, is the yes link. Another one is the no link. And if they click on the yes link, they're going to be charged automatically. Let's take a look at what that looks like really quick. So here is my yes link and here is my no link. I'm going to have to go into the template and change out my pricing. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the upsell. And what I said the upsell was going to be the membership. So I'll start typing membership. There it is. And I can do a dynamic discount if I wanted to discount it here. I'll just leave it as that. I'll click on update. But for here, I need to edit it with Elementor because the price is in here. So it says $150 and I made it $199.99 like that. And let's see here. Here's the text. I'd probably make that 400 and it's 50% off. There's nothing else that I need to change, but obviously you'd want to spend a little time here, adding some copy, maybe adding a video, whatever makes sense for you. But I just wanted to add my pricing. The buttons already are going to have the upsell link in there and everything. Okay, so let me get back. That's done. I'm going to click back to edit flow. So now I need to add my downsell. So I'm going to click on edit, and your downsell options are going to look just like the upsell options. So I'm going to go right here, and this one was going to be the course, right? And that's going to be $99. So I'll click on update, and I need to click right here. It says edit with Elementor in order to go in there and change my price. So that was going to be $99. Oops, that's going to be $99 and $99. And so let's just, if it was 50% off, that would be $200. I'll click on update. That's done. So now let me get out of Elementor. Let me click on back to edit flow. And now I need to add my upsell. So my second upsell, sorry. So I probably don't want it to say ebook upsell clone. So let's just call this mastermind upsell. And I don't like the slug. It says ebook upsell. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this and I'm going to replace the text in there like that. And so now my direct link is going to change to that. Okay, so now I need to actually add the product. So I need to start typing in master. Let's see. Oh, M-A-T. Remember, I spelled that wrong and I didn't fix it. So I'll choose the right product and then I'll click on update, and I should edit it with Elementor to get the right price in there. So we were going to charge $499.99 there, like this. And here, this would be 1,000, like that. Take 50% off, click on update, and there we go. So I'm going to back out of here now. And let me click back to edit flow. So we literally have it all set up here. I should change some of these names to make them more make sense. See how I changed this to Mastermind Upsell? So I can change these labels if I want. But that's okay. This is fine. Now, what I want to do though is take it out of the test mode, and we're going to try it with Stripe. So I'm going to uncheck that, click on update, and there we go. I'm out of test mode. So what I'm going to show you now is actually really cool. So if I open up this website, this is what the homepage is, right? Because, you know, this video is about making a sales funnel website or a funnel website. So what I'm going to want to do though is make my sales funnel be my homepage. So that first step in the sales funnel, this landing page, I want that to be my homepage. It's actually quite easy to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to settings. We're going to go to reading. And then right here is your homepage displays. We're going to change this to a static page. And it says homepage here. We want to choose this right here, this landing page that we created. I'm going to choose that, click on Save Changes. And if I chose the right one and I go here and I do a refresh, it's going to change. And there we have it. So now we are actually in this sales funnel. So your buyer comes here, let's test it out, clicks on Get the Book, and what it's going to do is it's going to take me to the checkout page. Obviously, I could go in here and edit out all the text. I didn't really do that, and I could have customized my fields. But we have right here the cost of everything, and then we have our order bump right here. Get the audiobook version. One check will add it. Actually, let me show you something, and then I'm going to check out. Let me go into the edit this step. I like that order bump to be someplace different. So here I'm on order bump position. I'm going to make this at the very top so someone can see that at the very top, and we will go back in there. And now I'm actually going to check out, and you can see this working. There's the very top. So remember I said you can position. This is the only tool I've come across where you actually get to position the order bump to a place that makes sense for you. Well, there we have it. One check is going to add it to the checkout. So now we have the ebook and the audiobook here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fill this out right now. Okay, I filled it out. And then when I scroll down, this is using Stripe in test mode. So it gives you the test mode information. If I wasn't in test mode, this little bit of text wouldn't be right here. So it's basically saying use this card number for test mode. And then right here, you can actually put in whatever you want. So I'm going to put in a date, and I'll put in a 3-digit code just like that. And then I'm going to click on place order. So what happens is it's placing the order, but it's all in test mode, and it will show in my Stripe account. So now the order is done, and it doesn't take me to the thank you page like everybody else's checkout. It takes me to the first upsell. And the first upsell was that $199 this was the membership. So because I want you to see what it looks like when you see a downsell, I'm going to click on no thanks, I'll pass. But if I click on add to my order, it will skip the downsell and go to the upsell. But I'm going to go ahead and choose no thanks, I'll pass. And what it's going to do, and now it took me to the course downsell for $99. Remember, all this text is done in Elementor. I didn't take the time to show you how to do that in this video. So this I want to actually add to my order. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to add it to the order, and then it takes me to the next upsell. It doesn't take me to the thank you page. It takes me to the next chronological order upsell. And that was going to be the mastermind for $4.99. Remember, all this text, if I spent the time, it would have been done in my page builder. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my order. So now it's going to add that, and it's going to take me to the thank you page right here, and it gives me a breakdown of everything I just bought. So you can see I bought the ebook, I bought the audiobook, I bought the downgrade, and then I bought the second upsell, which was the mastermind course. I've spent $669. I do not know how I got this 50% $50 discount. Maybe I did something wrong someplace in creating my product. That probably shouldn't be there. Oh, I know. It was probably pre-configured in one of the steps. Actually, this is going to bother me if I don't go back and I identify it for you. So remember I said there was dynamic discounting? One of these steps probably took $50 off. So if I go to the checkout page and I go to select a product, it wasn't that one. Let me go into my upsell. It might have been the upsell. There it is in my upsell. Since I went off the template. So you see right here, discount type, a discount percentage, and it took, actually it looks like I took 10% off of everything. So if I didn't have this, if I had this original, it wouldn't have discounted anything. So I think a lot of these upsells were actually adding discounts, but that's okay. There you have it. And my email account has the receipts sent to me with any access. And here's all the info kicked right back out to me. And it's all set. That's all there was to building this sales funnel website. However, if you didn't have CartFlows Pro, the max you could have made was just that $49 because you wouldn't have a way to offer the order bumps and the upsells and the downsells that ended up being, in this example, 10 times, actually 12 times more revenue than the cost of the initial product. So you have it right there. Now, I'm going to just show you one last thing and we'll wrap up this video. You can use CartFlows to make non-e-commerce related funnels. So you would click on add new, then we're going to click on create your own, and then I'm going to click on design your flow, and it's going to go ahead and create one for me. So right here, I'll name this lead gen, because this can be just a funnel for creating a lead generation. Okay, I'm going to take it out of test mode. I'm going to click on update. So by default, when we create a new flow and it says design your own, it's going to automatically create a landing page step, a checkout page step, and a thank you page step. Well, we really don't need a checkout, so I can just delete it because we're not selling anything. However, if in a lead gen, you can definitely sell something after you get someone's email address. So if you just want to have two steps to this, it can be a landing page where you're asking for their email address or having some kind of a form, and then a thank you page. And we went through how easy this is. It's all done in Elementor. So I can click on edit, and there's nothing in here at all. So what we would do is click on edit with Elementor or with whatever page builder you're using and start designing whatever you wanted. So if I wanted to tie this back to the beginning of the video, I can click on the folder here to pull up the templates, go to my templates, and here is that one that we saved early on. I'll click on insert. I'll click on yes. It's just warning me saying that it's going to overwrite everything. And then here it is. So I can use this form, and I can have, when someone clicks this button, it takes them to the next step, which is that thank you page. And with Elementor, you have this very powerful form element right here. Let me go ahead and show you how to do that. So what I should do is delete this. So I'm going to go here, click on delete, and we'll build it from scratch. So I'll go here to show me all the modules, and then I'm going to scroll down, and that was the form module right there, and I can drag and drop it there. And so we can style it a lot like we did in CartFlows just a moment ago. So if we just want the name, email, and message, or we're just using this for lead gen, we can get rid of message, and I just click the box there to check it off. If we wanted to add form fields, we click on add item, and then we choose what type of field it is, if it's text, an email, a phone number, so you can have that kind of validation. But we can get rid of it just like that. And now we're asking for the name and email. And then we can style it up a bit. We probably would want to style this up a bit. So instead of send, I can go ahead and click on submit button and change it to say something different. So I just change it to say send my freebie. We can change the button size. You have complete design control over this. So if we wanted to style here, so we've got our fields right here, we can change the text color, but we have all these options right here. We can change the color of our buttons. So if we wanted to make it a different color. And then the way Elementor works is you would scroll down here. So I'm back on content, and we have these options for actions after submit. And when you click in there, there's all of these things that you can have happen after someone submits it. So if you wanted that information to pop into ConvertKit and you've added the ConvertKit API, you can easily do that. So you can have it send a confirmation email, an email to you, a webhook if you want to use Zapier. You can redirect it to the next step in the funnel right here. So I chose redirect, and I can paste the link to the next step. In this case, it was the thank you page. And that's how you're able to build a normal lead generation funnel, or any type of funnel that you could imagine that you want that isn't e-commerce related. You can just use these landing page steps. So I'll cover that more in detail in a dedicated video, non-e-commerce related funnels, but that's pretty much how you're going to do it here. So we've done it all in this video. We have created a full sales funnel website. We actually created multiple funnels, a two-step funnel. We set the homepage as the funnel. We created order bumps, upsells, and you got to see the power of sales funnels, where you would have only had a potential of having a $50 sell, and now with adding in CartFlows Pro to unlock all of these sales funnel related features, you could have had a $600 plus sale, which is over 10 times greater. So this is the end of this video, but it's not the end of the video series. Remember, there's other tutorials, which are going to be blocks that you can plug into this tutorial. So these will be in the video description box down below. There'll be a tutorial on drop shipping. So you saw in WooCommerce how we created those products. Well, one of those products can actually be a drop shipping product, where when someone buys it and pays you, it automatically places the order with your supplier, and then they'll ship it to your buyer. There's going to be a print-on-demand tutorial where it can be any kind of print-on-demand products. When it's purchased, the order goes to the supplier and then they ship it. There's going to be a tutorial on adding courses and memberships, so that WooCommerce product would be the course or a bundle of courses or a membership that grants access to other areas of the website. And lastly, if you want to sell through an affiliate program, how to add that to your website, so you can begin having affiliates marketing and selling your products to from your sales funnels for you. And so that's it. That's the end of this video. Now, what I want to suggest to you is to take a moment to subscribe and click on that notification bell, so that when videos like this that are going to be able to enhance your funnels, that you will get notified of that. And consider giving the video a thumbs up. It will really help in sharing this out to people that you know could benefit from this video. And lastly, if you have any questions about anything that I covered in this video, there's a comment section down below. I'll be very happy to respond to any questions that you have. So that's it for now. Get to building your sales funnel website, and I'll see you in the next video.